so many times they painted it, being that it was like a galvanized material, it would still appear like a woman. And that was back when we were younger too, and yeah, that was a curiosity place, you know. Everybody'd go out there to see the woman, you know.
Yeah.
You know, like on Halloween and so forth, you know. And, you know, I don't know who started these things, you know. And then there's like out at Hannah Hills, I was telling you on the phone, or today.
Yeah.
About there's supposed to be a ghost horse that roams out there. Supposed to be able to see it on a clear night, you know. I don't know if you've ever been out to Hannah Hills or not.
I don't think I have.
That's out there, you know, on the way, like when you go see the deer.
Oh, uh-huh.
You got those S-curves.
Yeah.
Well, you know how it's all wooded out there?
Mhm.
Then you got that little river that runs into West Branch.
Yeah.
There's a stream that crosses. I don't know what the name of it is. Well, if you go on the other side, you're going out towards the arsenal, and you go on your left-hand side, there's like a meadow out there. If you go back in there, there's somebody years ago that lived at Hannah Hills, had a stone pond built out there. There's a little waterfall.
Mhm.
Well, supposedly on a clear summer night, there's a ghost horse that roams out there. They even had that in the paper one time about folklore, you know, why. I don't know what the story is behind this horse, but supposedly, you know, this horse runs back out in there and runs down in the valley, and you know, people have seen it, you know. But there again, I couldn't tell you why. I mean, I have no idea how it started or why it started. It's just one of the folklores from our area in high school, you know. And there's another story one time supposedly about the railroad tracks down by where you used to live. I think you used to live down there. I don't know if you were born then or not. When your mom and dad lived on Meridian.
No, I've only been on Jefferson and where we are now.
Okay, well, do you remember? I mean, you probably seen. You probably went by and said we used to live there on Meridian Street. Those railroad tracks that used to that go down through there. You know, down from the church.
Yeah.
And if you go on Prospect Street, you go over the bridge and the railroad tracks are underneath.
Mhm.
Well, they're supposedly a long time ago when they used to have trains that used to come through there. They had a conductor or whoever he was, an engineer or supposedly somebody went walking looking for something and was using the old type carriage lights that they used to have years ago. And supposedly got hit by a train.
Mhm.
And supposedly then again, you know, on a warm summer night, you can see that flickering of the lights, you know, of somebody like walking back and forth. Supposedly the guy's looking for his head. You know, I mean, that's just stories, you know, that, you know, that'd be considered like folklore, I mean, or fairy tale or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
It was just something that made people go out and to look for it, you know, to be a thrill seeker or whatever. I don't even know who started them, you know. The only thing I know for sure is that lady in my room and the house on Jefferson, Riddle, and the witch's grave. There definitely is a witch's grave out there, or supposedly.
Yeah.
The only reason why she's a witch, I guess, is because they couldn't find out why she died, you know. So her parents thought she was bewitched, you know.
That was their answer for everything.
Yeah.
Witch.
And so they put it on it. I remember one time actually seeing the tombstone. I mean, now it's all destroyed. But it did say, here lies, I think her name was like Elizabeth or something. You know, bewitched to death, you know.
Elizabeth.
Wasn't it something like that?
I don't remember her name.
But I remember, don't you remember seeing that tombstone before the people all tore them up? They had like the mother and the father, and they had her, and I think they had another kid. But they claimed that she was bewitched to death, you know. So that got to be the folklore of the witch's grave. And I mean, I bet you hundreds of people in this area have went out there on occasion. I know I've been out there quite a few times. Brooke's been out there once. Rose been out there quite a few times. But that was just stuff in our generation, you know. Hi, Billy. I hope this helps you out. I don't know what else to tell you.
This
as
is
far
perfect.
as far as stuff that I don't talk about stuff too much because people think I'm crazy. It's not. I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
I even seen a UFO twice, but I ain't crazy. I'm not crazy, so I don't go around saying. But I did see one, and I was stone sober, hadn't had nothing to smoke or drink. Me and Paul Kirkhart saw one, and I'll never. That's one of the things I'll never ever forget that I saw. And it was just like, that happened right out here on the corner of Webb Road and Infirmary Road. I don't remember what year it was. I remember my buddy Paul had a house out there on the Webb Road. We were getting ready to go over to Kent to go to a bar. We came down to the, I'll never forget this, we came down to the stop sign at the corner of Infirmary and Webb, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we seen this spaceship, whatever you want to call it. It didn't look like what you figure looked like a spaceship. And there it was just like I was telling you about me and Kenny Miller. I just looked at him, and he looked at me, and we went, oh man, we're not to tell nobody about this. And this thing was like, right, I swear it was like about as tall, it was like off the ground about as far as a telephone pole. And it was there, and it was octagon shaped, kind of like, not really octagon, but kind of geometrical, like,
Yeah.
It had these lights underneath it that flashed on and off, and we sat there, and we looked at it, and like I said, we looked at each other, and we looked at it. We said, wow, look at that, And it was like you could almost touch it. It was so close. And all of a sudden, this is amazing. I haven't told this story in a long time. And all of a sudden, it was just like the sky closed in on it and just covered it up, like you take a blanket and throw over, say, a ball or something on the ground. It was just disappeared. I mean, just like, it was so fast, just like, and when it didn't go straight up, it went like off to an angle.